All right, let's meet our scofflaws for this morning. 514-790-0800 if you want to get on the docket, call early before we have to move on to what's coming up next. Frank is in Chateauguay. I imagine, Frank, you're stuck in traffic. Frank, how you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing okay.
So, Frank, tell me about your ticket. What kind of ticket did you get?
I think I got something that's a little bit unique. This happened a while ago in the summer. I had a little cottage up in Lake St. Francis, and I used to drive up to the Petro Canada, like it's like a couche-tard type thing there.
Yeah. Dépanneur, get snacks.
Get Dunkin' Donut. No. So anyways, I drive in there, and I come back out with my coffee and pay my gas, and there's a cop car right behind me. Driving into the parking lot.
Yeah.
So I'm in my car getting ready to back out. And so I start to back out. I back out of the little parking between two parked cars. And I go down to the side of the road and want to go home. And he pulls me over. And at the traffic stop. And I said, well, what the hell is it?
Yeah.
I said, excuse me. He says, driver's license, registration, or routine. I said, okay. So I said, what's the problem? He says, you don't have your seatbelt on.
Oh, no, Frank.
I said, well, I don't. Well, okay, I don't. I says, what I do is I'm an old man. I says, I can't turn around to look out the back window. So I don't usually put my seatbelt on until I back out between the two parked cars.
Aha, okay. And he dinged you for the backing out without the seatbelt on.
Yeah, I was backing out between the two parked cars because I put the seatbelt on. When he pulled me over, he said, no, you didn't have it on. Hey, and he was a nice guy, a young guy. He looked like a real trooper. And he says, no.
Frank, you take this to court? You pay the ticket? What happened?
Well, what happened was he says, I'm going back. So he went back to the car. This is what's unique about this story. I love it. He goes back to the car, but he's there a long time. In his patrol car. So then he comes up, he takes his two elbows and he puts them on my window. And like I said, it was in the summertime. He says to me, he says, are you new to this country? I says, no. I says, no, I'm born here.
Yeah.
He says, well, you must have recently just got a driver's license. I says, no. He says, I've had my driver's license a long time. He says, well, he says, you sure? I says, yeah. He says, you ever had a ticket? Oh, I says, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I says, maybe when I was a kid. Yeah, sure. I think I've had a speeding ticket. He says, I got that when I was a kid 55 years or 60 years ago.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and he says, well, I'm telling you. He says, I went through my computer every way, left, right, center, and I could not find you on it at all.
So you
never got a ticket.
So you had a clean record, and because of that, Frank, you said, man, this guy 55 years driving, clean record, I can't possibly give him a ticket. He let you off?
Exactly.
I love it. That's
I love
great.
it. He says, well, I'm not going to be the first cop to give you a ticket.
That's great.
Well, thank you very much. Have a great day.
Awesome. Frank, hey, listen, you take care of yourself, all right? Thanks for calling with the story. I appreciate it. Take care of yourself, my man. Appreciate the call.
Okay.
There's Frank and Chateauguay. That's all you need there. You need a clean record behind you, and then cops will trust you. Now, there's another way to get out of a seat belt ticket that doesn't involve having a sterling 55-year record of great driving. It has to do with having a dash cam inside your vehicle. Have a listen to Ryan's story. Hi, Ryan. What's your case?
So I was driving here down in Chateauguay, get pulled over, got police officer saying I'm not wearing my seatbelt.
Ooh, now you're not going to tell me it's your constitutional right not to wear a seatbelt, are you, Ryan?
No, but it's my constitutional right to have a dash cam facing outside and inside my vehicle. That proved he was lying.
Are you serious?
Yep.
So you've got video proof you were wearing your seatbelt?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wow. Now, have you gone to court yet?
Actually, I brought the ticket and the video to the police station, and the chief dismissed it.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, that's great that you're able to do that.
And then I filed the complaint against the officer.
So Ryan, do you think a police officer, he's looking through glass, right? Your car's glass, your windshield, maybe he had a bad view, or you think you were targeted, you think it's just trying to meet quotas. Why do you think you got that ticket?
Well, as an ex-officer myself, I can tell you, we don't have quotas. We can write as many tickets as we want.
Yeah. So what happened here then, Ryan?
I have no idea.
Wow.
He originally tried to tell me I didn't make my stop. I made my full stop, and then argued with me, well, you weren't wearing your seatbelt anyways. And I was wearing a white shirt, and I have black seatbelts, so there's no denying it there. Yeah, you see it. Well, Ryan, listen. Heavy duty surveillance in my vehicle. People can make mistakes. Cameras do not.
And Ryan, how often now, as we've been doing traffic court for 3-4 months now, how often could it be solved if people had these dash cams? It's unbelievable. And I think for everyone who's driving around now, and there are bad drivers, we all know it. To have a dash cam, it protects you in cases of accidents, can also protect you from the law if you're going to get dinged from a ticket.
My dash cam also says how fast I'm going.
Now, Ryan, any reason? Because, there's the simple dash cams that are forward, they look ahead. I think it's rarer that people have the inside dash cams. Do you drive Uber? Do you do something where it's important for you to be recording on the inside?
I do drive. I deliver for Instacart, but I do not. I don't take passengers.
Gotcha.
But I do have problems with family court, we'll say.
Yeah.
And people. So I have audio and video recording in my vehicle at all times when my kids or stepkids are in the vehicle.
Gotcha. Okay, Ryan. Listen. Thanks for that note. I appreciate it.
Protect yourself, everybody.
Protect yourself, indeed. Ryan getting out of that ticket thanks to his dash cam, and we've heard that over the months here. The dash cams can truly save you. Now, at the end there, you heard the voice of the former mayor of Montreal, Valérie Plante, and her famous "You're not gonna get a ticket." We're in a holding pattern here at Traffic Court because we're trying to figure out if we keep the old mairesse around for when people aren't going to get a ticket, or if we need to move on because she's no longer mayor. Now, I know Glenn, every time he hears Valérie Plante, he gets a smile on his face and he lets us know on the text line. But we're considering replacing the voice of Valérie Plante, because now she's not mayor anymore. Traffic Court in session here on CJAD, 514-790-0800. On the text line, a quick one here. A listener writes, I was at a restaurant downtown. I paid parking on the new Mobicité. They've got a new app now to pay for parking. It's been around for a few months now. Mobicité is the name of the app. And listener writes, the new pay system, you can only pay when it finishes. You can only pay again when it finishes, right? So let's say you've paid for a couple hours and you want to re-up again. You used to be able to pay before it was over. Now you cannot. Listener continues that it took the system 3 minutes to update my next payment, and I received a ticket in those 3 minutes. Seems like the ticket giver was sitting around and waiting to give one. What a money grab. I am contesting it. So that's from one listener. Let's get back to our phone lines here, and we're going to start off in Mascouche, where we find Paulo. Hey, Paulo, how you doing?
Hey, Elias. How's it going?
I'm doing well. What kind of car you drive, Paulo?
So I was driving a Hyundai Venue at the time.
Hyundai Venue. Okay, tell me more.
So I'm a new driver, maybe a year on the road at the time.
How old are you, Paulo?
I'm 18.
You're 18?
I listen to you guys every morning. I love the radio station.
Oh, my goodness. Paulo, we were just discussing how good our numbers are with the youth on this program. And no wonder, Paulo. Thank you so much. Okay. Tell me more, Paulo.
So I'm in Mascouche, right? And you could turn right on a red light since you're off island.
Yes.
So I approach a red light on a pretty busy road, and I begin my turn. I turn right. Now, there was a biker at the corner who pressed the button, and the sign popped up, where it says, don't turn right?
Yep.
Now, the problem was I was already finished my turn. I was maybe 5/8 of the way to finish my turn. So, I didn't even see the sign because I was ready. And the cop came behind me from like a curved street, and she didn't really see what happened. So she saw the turn signal on and my car turning, and she pulled me over and gave me a big ticket.
Oh, my God. Now,
What?
Yeah?
Yeah. But she was very nice, and she ended up not giving me the ticket for the red light, but she told me that my papers were not good.
Like your driver's license, your registration?
My registration. She told me it was expired.
Oh my God. So
Yeah.
what was the ticket for that?
It was about 100. I think it was around $100.
Yeah.
And she didn't give me any points because I was a new driver. I was very angry because I showed her a paper from the cart.
The SAC, the SAAQ.
Exactly. And she said, no, I can't read that. I can only read official papers.
So let me ask you something here. You didn't get a ticket for the right turn, okay? So she saved you from that. She saved you from points, no demerit points.
No demerit points.
She did give you a ticket for not and you did not have the right registration papers, right? That's correct. You didn't have the papers?
Yeah, the SAQ was backed up, so they sent me a paper to show the police officers in case. It was like a yeah, I don't know how to describe it.
When the SAQ was going through all that nonsense and they weren't renewing people properly.
Exactly.
Okay, and she still gave you a ticket for it.
She still gave me a ticket, and she said, "Sorry, I can't read that paper."
Did you fight it?
I actually went to court and we won. They wrote it off straight away.
All right, Paulo, listen. I'm going to tell you one thing here. You're a young guy, okay? You want to stay away from getting pulled over as much as possible, okay? Are you still on your what's it called? The learner's permit or the first 2 years where you have a limited amount of demerits?
Yeah, I have a couple of months left.
Okay. Well, good luck with that and stay clear of the law, Paulo. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
There you go. Paulo, no tickets there. He's going to win that case. Let me go to Tony in Rosemount. Hey, Tony. Hi, Tony.
I'm going to try and make it as short and brief as possible.
What kind of car you drive, Tony?
A Tucson.
Okay. Oh, look at a lot of Hyundais on the lines today. Okay. What happened in the Tucson, Tony?
All right. So I'm approaching a stop sign. There's cars in front of me taking their turn stopping. And when I'm the third car, I can see the police car on the side of the street where he's parked. I can see the police car. So I stop at the stop sign, but the white line is beyond the stop sign.
Oh, very interesting, Tony.
Okay.
I like this.
So now the guy stops me because I didn't make a stop at the stop sign. And in the report, he wrote that my vehicle kept rolling. So long story short, on Provencher, south of Jean Talon in St. Leonard, there's a sign at the stop sign itself that says you have to stop at the white line, which is 20 feet away. But there was no sign here that I have to stop at the white line. So I fought that, and I won. And I even took pictures. I parked my car where the police car was, and I took pictures from across the street showing, like, the third car away, you could still see the police car. And I told the judge, I could see the police car. Why would I not make a stop?
Aha.
All right. Then I produced that picture showing that the sign on the stop sign clearly indicated that I had to stop at the white line. This one did not have.
So, Tony, slam dunk, right? When you come prepared with that type of evidence.
Right. Now, I got something else for you. I have a fire hydrant in front of my home. So you have a bicycle path along the sidewalk, and you park after the bicycle path, next to the bicycle path. So a guy got a ticket for parking near a fire hydrant. And I left the guy a note as a good gesture. So I helped him take pictures. He was 15 feet away from the fire hydrant. So I said, take this and bring it, contest the ticket.
Yeah.
But now I happen to go to a clinic south of Sherbrooke Street. South of Sherbrooke Street, you turn left to Chauveau Street. There's the entrance to the parking lot. The second parking spot has a parking meter on it. And right across the parking meter, right across the sidewalk, is a fire hydrant. So you're allowed to park there because of the parking meter. But if you're on the street, they give you a ticket for it.
Oh, that's interesting, huh?
Okay.
That's not consistent at all, Tony.
Absolutely not. And there's another thing now. In the sidewalks, when you park in a driveway, like a private home, whatever,
yeah,
at that line in the sidewalk where it begins to drop, if you go beyond that, you get a ticket. So I got a ticket for that one time.
Oh, Tony.
But then I noticed downtown in Old Montreal, there was a parking meter with a similar thing where half the car could be parked there, but they still put the parking meter there. These are the inconsistencies and the
Tony, can I just say, because it seems like you're all about the town, right? You're all over the place. You're on Sherbrooke Street. You're in Old Montreal, Sherbrooke Street East. You're all over the place, and you keep running into trouble. Now, Tony, listen, if it keeps going down that path and you end up in court again, a judge is going to throw the book at you no matter what. But I will tell you this: why I loved your first story especially is I once got a ticket for going through a stop sign. And my defense, right? I went to the court, and the judge is like, "Well, how do you know you stopped?" I said, "I know I stopped because my wheels stopped turning." "Well, then why did the police officer give you a ticket?" And I said to the judge, I said, "Well, I believe I got a ticket because the white line was not lined up with the actual stop sign. It was far before, so he's looking at the stop sign and not the white line, and he made just a mental miscue, and that's why he gave me the ticket." I got a not guilty there, Tony. I tell you, I got a not guilty. So I feel for you there. Tony, thanks for the call. Appreciate all it. Stay clear of the law, though. Too many times here that you're getting tickets or getting into trouble. Let me go to Gene in Montreal. What do you say, Gene? What happened to you?
Hi.
Hi, Gene.
Mine is actually a parking ticket.
And what kind of car are you driving, Gene?
It's a Volkswagen Eurovan, an old van.
A Volkswagen Eurovan?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you go on like big road trips with that sucker?
No, okay. I kind of use it just to because to pick up building stuff.
Oh, okay, all right. You're not sleeping there at all. It's just it's more utilitarian.
No, it's an old van, and it's actually my brother's van.
Okay, so Gene, you got the Volkswagen Eurovision. What is it called? The Eurovan.
Eurovan.
What happens in the Eurovan, Gene?
Okay, so I park it. I live on the plateau. I know most of the spots that I parked it on the street in basically there's long blocks of the street and short blocks. On the block before me, there's a residential no parking sign. On the block I was parked on, there is no parking sign for residents, and that's where I parked.
Yeah.
And I got a ticket for being parked without a residential sticker.
Oh, let me tell you, someone that's had to have vignettes in my life, both in NDG and downtown at times.
Yeah,
I don't like you people that park in my vignette spots, James. Gene.
My understanding is that the vignettes and because it's one of these vignettes that doesn't have arrows.
Yeah.
So I always understood that it ends at the street corner. Right.
Yeah.
So I was on the block after that.
You're on the block after that. Then there was no signs.
There's no vignette on the block after that.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So I got a ticket, and this was like 2 weeks ago. The thing is, I keep looking online, and I can't. Nobody can tell me if that's true or not. I mean, does that vignette on the block before apply to me?
I think, Gene, let me tell you something. If there is no sign on the block that you were parked on, you're in the clear. Take some photos.
Yeah, there isn't.
Well,
my problem is that I would go to court.
Yeah.
The problem is it's my brother's van, which means from everything I understand, he's the one that has to go to court.
Oh,
so
man.
He works in Lanaudet, so he has to lose a day.
Not worth it.
Even if he wins.
Gene, it's so not worth it, eh? It's just not worth it.
Nobody can tell me. That's
why can't
I still have time to write on the back of the ticket the explanation, right?
I was going to give you the worst idea ever and tell you to impersonate your brother, but that's a real crime, Gene. That's not.
Yeah, but I don't know if they'll, because we don't look the same. Yeah, because I could put not guilty in the back of the ticket with the explanation.
Yeah.
But that's what I was trying to find out, if that's a law or not.
Try that, and then
I read somewhere that if there's a sign and it ends at the street corner.
Yeah,
on the other side there is no sign.
I think that's outrageous if you got a ticket on a street where from block to block there's no sign for the vignette. Yeah. And I'm someone that's very big. I'm against those vignette scofflaws. I tell you what.
No, I never park into vignettes because I know. I mean,
listen, Gene, you sound like you're on the straight and narrow, but with you using your brother's car, it just may not be worth the hassle. Okay, so
no, it's because he was gone for 2 weeks, so he left it for me to.
I gotcha.
So I put it on the street, and anyway.
Okay, Gene, be well. I hope you write in. You fight that ticket without going to court, and I hope you get someone who's kind and lets you off the ticket. Okay, Gene, be well. Not going to get a ticket over there, Gene. That's what the hope is. Got to leave it there. Can't get to everyone. James in Yamaska, call back another time, okay? Next week, same place, same time for Traffic Court.
I'm Dylan Playfair.
And I'm Tyler Smith.
We're putting loneliness in the penalty box by talking to some of our favorite athletes about the importance of friendship.
This
is bromance.
Bromance is brought to you by Charm Diamond Centers, proudly Canadian owned and operated. Charm has been part of your love stories and bromances for over 50 years. And you can find Bromance on the iHeartRadio network or wherever you get your podcasts.